self-driving cars and the security, legal, and ethical aspect of them. So first off, let me discuss some of the security aspects of self-driving cars. So with the use of LiDAR, which stands for light detection and ranging, and the self-driving mainframe and computer, it's almost immune to cyber attacks. According to PC Magazine, they said even if an attacker changes a physical component on the car won't even start to move. So it's basically immune to physical and cyber attacks, which is really good with the infrastructure they have. For an example, such as getting a component maker to secure TCP connections rather than the current UDP connections. Self-driving cars will also be in constant contact to the mainframe that is operating them. Next, I'll be discussing the ethical viewpoint. So the ethical one is probably the more opinion-based one, because it's basically who decides what's right and what's wrong. So with the explosion of self-driving cars coming onto the scene, it also raises some questions like who should be held responsible for injuries and damages. Would it be the company that manufactures the cars, or would it be the driver who puts it in self-drive mode? There's like polls online where people would select, who would the car save? Would it be the young or the elderly, the many or the few, the passengers or the pedestrians? I just think the companies need to create an algorithm to reduce the amount of injuries possible. If that is sparing some of the old over the young or whatnot, it just needs to be saving many over the few. I know that's terrible and that's a bad thing to think about, as injuries and death like that, but that is an ethical question that these companies are going to need to make when they create an algorithm. And then lastly, I'll be discussing some of the legal aspects of these self-automated vehicles. In addition to the ethical and security side, some key points to talk about with legal. For instance, in the United States, the House of Representatives passed the the Safely Ensuring Lives, Future Deployment, and Research and Vehicle Evolution Act, or self-drive. Yeah, that's a long act to say. But that was in 2017. The act aims to ensure the safety of highway automated vehicles by encouraging their testing and deployment. It requires them to establish a cybersecurity plans as well as privacy plans to be in full effect. But laws cannot stop, what has already occurred. On March 18th, 2018, an Uber driver was actually killed a pedestrian because it was in the self-automated mode. So these cars, like I said, with the whole ethical and security, they need to come up with algorithms and way better security before we let our children, our young or elderly, in the passenger seats and the driver's seats and the back seats of these vehicles. I'll be discussing more in my research paper in my IT class, but this is just a little quick video of what I'm going to be talking about. Thank you.